Today we're going to talk about nihilism, a big word but an important idea. It's the feeling that nothing really matters, that life has no meaning, and that everything we do might be pointless. We'll break this idea down, step by step, in simple language. We'll explore where it comes from, what it means, how it affects people, and what some philosophers think we can do about it. Let's start with the basics. Nihilism is the belief that life has no real purpose, that nothing has true meaning, and that there are no absolute rules for right and wrong. If you've ever asked yourself, why am I here? What's the point of anything? Does anything I do even matter? Then you've already touched on nihilistic thoughts. Think about it like this. Imagine you're playing a video game, but someone tells you that the game has no ending, no goal, and no rewards. You can still move around and explore, but nothing you do changes anything. That's how nihilism can feel. Like life is that kind of game. Animals don't ask these big questions. They eat, sleep, live, and die. But humans are different. We think, we wonder, we want to know why. This desire for meaning has led people for thousands of years to create stories, religions, and belief systems. These systems give people comfort. They say, you have a purpose. You're a part of a bigger plan. But what happens when we stop believing in those systems? As the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche said, God is dead. He didn't mean it literally. He meant that many people in the modern world no longer believe in religion the way they used to. And when we take away religion, we also take away a major source of meaning for many people. So now, we are left with a question. If there's no God, no heaven, no bigger plan, then what's the point? Nihilism isn't just one thing. Philosophers talk about different types. Existential nihilism, the belief that life has no meaning at all. Moral nihilism, the idea that there are no real rules about right or wrong. Cosmic nihilism, the thought that the universe itself is empty and meaningless. Let's keep it simple and focus mainly on existential nihilism, the feeling that nothing matters. Imagine a person working every day, trying hard, but deep down wondering, why am I doing this? That's existential nihilism, a feeling of emptiness beneath the surface of life. Nihilism isn't just an idea. It affects how people feel. Some people who believe life has no meaning feel sad, hopeless, lost, depressed. They might ask, why get out of bed? Or why try if it's all for nothing? Others try to escape these feelings by distracting themselves, watching shows, scrolling through social media, partying, or chasing short-term pleasures. And some people, more dangerously, may use nihilism as an excuse to act badly. If nothing matters, why be kind? Why not hurt others? But this is a misuse of nihilism. If we say that nothing has meaning, that can feel freeing or terrifying. It can lead to a kind of thinking where we say, well, if nothing is real or true, then anything goes. That's dangerous. That's why Nietzsche warned people. He feared that without religion or strong values, people might fall into despair or follow dangerous ideas, like extreme nationalism or hatred. He didn't want people to stop believing and fall apart. He wanted them to wake up and find a new way to live. Nietzsche had a solution. He said, we must become our own meaning makers. He called this person the Übermensch, or Overman, someone who creates their own values and lives with strength and creativity. The Overman says, there's no God? Fine, I'll make my own purpose. There's no path? I'll build one. No one's watching? I'll live with pride anyway. Nietzsche didn't want people to be sad about the death of old beliefs. He wanted them to create something better, new values that come from us, not from above. Another philosopher, Albert Camus, had a different take. He said life is absurd. Why? Because humans keep asking for meaning from a universe that stays silent. Imagine shouting into a cave, but nothing echoes back. That's the human condition, according to Camus. Camus said we have two choices: give up and despair, or accept the absurd and live anyway. He chose the second. He said we must rebel against the absurd by living fully, loving deeply, and experiencing as much as we can. Life might be meaningless, but that doesn't mean it's not worth living. So, if we don't believe in religion or objective meaning, what do? Well, we can try creating our own meaning. For some, it's art. For others, it's helping people. For some, it's raising children, or exploring science, nature, or love. These things may not be cosmic truths, but they can be deeply meaningful to us. Some people might say, but that's not real meaning. It's just made up. That's true. But maybe that's okay. Maybe made-up meaning is better than no meaning at all. Maybe the fact that we can choose our purpose makes us powerful, not lost. Maybe life doesn't need a purpose handed down from the sky. Maybe it's enough to live, to love, and to be kind just because we can. Let's go back to the beginning. Nihilism says nothing matters, but we can say maybe that's what gives us freedom. We are not tied to anyone's rules. We are not stuck in one story. We can write our own. Yes, life may not come with instructions, but maybe that's what makes it beautiful. Let's not run from the emptiness. Let's face it. Let's fill it with music, with love, with kindness, with laughter. That might be enough. Thank you for listening.